Namaste. I'm Ashti Cholera is here to tell a story. The title of my story is Tastiest of All. In the kingdom of Shantivardhana, there was a strict discipline. The king was very serious regarding to all his duties and all his jobs. Every evening after the court ended and the sun went down, the king quickly had a dinner and he dressed up as an ordinary man and would go into the town and his villages, roaming and see what the people would talk about him, his judgments, and his ministers. Once a day, it was full moon night. The king, according to his routine, changed into his clothes and went into the city. There he saw that many a people were boasting under the big tree. He walked further. There, near a garden, came a mandap. Under the mandap, he heard four girls talking to each other and debating about something. He heard the most beautiful topic of the debate, the most tastiest of all. He decided to listen them and what they had to say. The first girl said, I think that meat is the tastiest. The second said, no, it's liquor. It's more tasty than meat. The third one said, no, it's love. Though it's not a food item, it's very tasty. And the fourth one said, no, it's hunger. The four of them debated for a while. Then the king had to go, so he never heard the last judgment. He went to his palace, and the next morning when he woke up, he thought about those four girls. He asked them to come to the court. When the girls came, he said them, I have heard your conversation last night. It was, what is the tastiest of all? I went early, so I did not know what the decision was. The girls were afraid. They didn't know that the king would hear them, or they would talk about something more interesting. The king said, your topic has interested me, and if you have a good point for your item, I will give you a reward. He asked the first girl, why did you say that meat was the tastiest of all? The girl said, Sir, I think that meat is the tastiest of all because we live in opposite to my house there is a butcher shop. When he is done with all his work in the evening, he throws away the left out pieces of meat and a few bones near the garbage dump. Suddenly, a lot of dogs come rushing and fight over a few little pieces of this meat. After everything is cleared, a lot of insects go near the bones and go there and enjoy themselves. That's why I think meat is very tasty. I personally have never tried it. I'm the daughter of a priest, so no one in my family would have it. The king thought a good point in her talk, so he gave her a reward. Then he asked the second girl, why do you think the liqueur is the tastiest of all? The second girl said, Sir, my father is a school teacher, and none of our family has ever tasted even a bit of it. But in the opposite of my house, there's a liqueur shop. I see a lot of men coming over there every day. They spend most of their monies in their drinks. Their families, old parents, wives, sisters, and even little children beg them to go home. But they're only interested in their next class and they would not listen to their families. That's why I think that liqueur must be tastiest. The king thought a good point in her talk and gave her a reward too. He asked the third girl, why do you think love is very tasty. She, she said, Sir, my sister used to be very shy and quiet, but when she fell in love with a boy that my father did not agree, she ran away on a dark, stormy night. Isn't that brave? The king thought a good point and he rewarded her too. He asked the last girl, why do you think it's hunger? The girl said, Sir, hunger can make a person eat. If you eat the tastiest meal in the world and you're full before you eat it, it will be tasteless. And if you're hungry, even if you eat just plain rice, you would think it's the most delicious dish in the world. It can make anyone starve, either young or old, rich or poor. The king thought that it was a very right thing and declared her as the winner of the debate and gave her a much bigger reward. Thank you.